All right, fellas, let's go over a lower body volume workout. Now, it's volume because, not because we're not going heavy, but it's volume because we're doing a little more sets, a little more reps than our traditional workout earlier in the week. So starting off with 6 sets of 3 reps here on the banded box squat. Box squats have always been a favorite of mine. Doing them with a very high bar position with the shoulders. If you have to guess a percentage, it's going to be 65 to 80%. Now, it's not a traditional 3-week wave if you look at West Side Barbell or Conjugate System or Speed Squats. What I'm doing is starting with like a medium weight, which happens to be around 65%, and then each set adding weight until I work up to about a top triple, keeping the rest about a minute between each sets. So obviously you're not working up to like a true max effort triple, but you are able to get in some heavy work, some straining work at the top sets. So like I said, 6 sets of 3, ramping the weight up almost each set. This day I started with 225 and ended with about 280 pounds. Now, the reason for this, the idea behind this is because when you listen to some of the West Side Barbell members talk about some of their training, it seems as if they don't do traditional 6 sets of 3 or 9 sets of 2, whatever they talk about in the books. It seems as if they did some volume work and then they just pretty much maxed out again, right? They did like either a top double or a top triple or took off the bands and then maxed out the box squat. It seemed like they were just trying to go as heavy as possible each time. So putting a little bit of that into this training itself. Then we go into a max effort belt squat. Now, not because it's like, okay, time to do double max effort, but because this is just what I'm doing on the belt squat work right now. The belt squat isn't very taxing in and of itself. Like, it's not going to load the spine. It's just on the hips. It's like a heavy leg press. And it's quite easier on the mind, for me at least, to go heavy and then the proceeding sets go lighter. So first set pretty much worked up to 305 for 1, then drop down to 250 for a good 5 reps, drop down to 205, hit a good 12 reps, and then 135 for a burnout set of 25 reps. Now, question more for you is, if you've ever used the Balls of Steel belt squat, can you use as much weight as you can with your normal squat? Because I've squatted over 400 pounds, I've squatted 405 for triples, and I'm barely able to get 305 for a single here on the belt squat. Now, granted, it's after the box squats, but I don't know. I don't know if it's that crazy of a difference. Like, I'm hardly getting close to the weights I can do with weight on my back. So, just an interesting thing that I'm noticing here on the belt squat, because I know with things like the pitch shark, you can definitely overload and do way more weight on that than you can your traditional squat. So, last set here with the burnout of the legs. Your legs will definitely be pumped if you happen to do something like this. I was resting about 2 minutes between each set. Had no training partner on this day. Then, of course, you got to hit a little bit of hamstrings. 3 sets, aiming for 20 reps each set. Now, we didn't get 20 reps each of the sets, but that 20 rep marker allows us to lighten the load a little bit from earlier in the week and also pump up the hamstrings. A quick note for any home gym owner: if you have like a little cheap hamstring curl, like I do here, it's like, attached to the adjustable bench, your weights may clank around and you may lose a lot of tension as the weights go to the top. You'll see in the second angle here. But if I did not have this chain on here, I lose a bunch of tension at the top and it feels just terrible, right? With a cable, the tension is constant. So as you do the hamstring curl, you feel the tension the whole time. The chains help to mimic that same thing. As you see, the chains are draped over the top and under the weights. So as I come up, more tension kicks on and it allows tension to be there as I get the weight close to my butt. So just an idea for you to try if you have a little rinky-dinky setup like this for the hamstring curl. Shout outs to Chucky in the corner right there. That doll's there. Anyways, so hamstrings, and then we go on to a hip hinge movement. This is where the workout isn't just a pure leg workout. I consider a lower body workout because this is more like training the deadlift. We go into some pen lay rows, really focusing on keeping the lower back flat. Early in the week, we went heavy pen lay rows, 200 pounds plus, really swinging the weight around. This time, focusing on keeping the back flat because my back was starting to round a little bit on my box squats. So 3 sets of 10 reps here, really focusing on the form and locking in the weight. Pendlay rows also, I don't know if you guys experience this for yourself, but pendlay rows help me with the start of my deadlift, right? It makes me lock in the start of my deadlift even if I'm not really working on it myself. So 135, nothing crazy here. Then ending the workout with some general work. I call this general work because it's not necessarily the best for hypertrophy. I'm not going to failure. I'm not really, it's not maximal load. I'm just looking to lengthen my spine a little bit, decompress, flex the lats up, pump up a little bit, and also work some abs. So supersetting 3 sets of about 15 to 20 reps here. Some lat pull downs, just pumping up the lats, and some guard hammer raises. If you've never tried guard hammer raises, I recommend you give them a shot. They feel great on the abs compared to just traditional leg raises. So trying to catch the knees at about 90 degrees. As you get more fatigued, the legs will drop lower and lower as you see there. Stay strong. God bless. Like the video, that's a lower body workout. Hopefully you get some ideas for your own workout. Don't forget to push it no matter what program you are on. Stay strong. God bless. Peace.